got Fiona on again. And Fiona, I spoke to you this week about positivity, less criticism in a relationship. You have literally your body is different. It performs differently when there's positivity versus negativity. And I was hoping maybe as we get ready for a weekend and, now that the kids are back to school, there might be a little more stress in the house than there normally is. But if we can focus on positivity, we can make a choice to be positive or negative. It could really change the dynamics of our family. So why don't you begin by helping us out?
Yes, and it may not feel like a choice because often we've been brought up on negativity and all we've ever heard is criticism. So that was the model that we were given. And it's really, really hard to kind of snap out of that. It's not just a question of saying, okay, I'm going to decide. I think it's a kind of a lifelong practice, really, to choose to be positive. But one of the things that we can do in order to help us to be positive is to set aside time each morning to set ourselves up for the day very well.
Okay.
Now, I know you're an avid Bible reader. That's one of the things we can do, obviously, in prayer.
I couldn't do my day without that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But for those who don't necessarily read the Bible, there are other things they can do. They
Okay.
could do some other kind of inspiring reading or spend some time in meditation, spend some time in nature. Also, things that you mentioned, the body, giving yourself a hug and just rocking yourself like a baby is actually incredibly comforting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so if we give ourselves the love that we need and to choose to be in a positive frame of mind, by which I mean, for example, instead of waking up and saying, oh, today's Monday, it's going to be a really stressful day, get up and say, today is going to be a great day because I'm going to make it a great day. I'm choosing to be happy today.
Literally waking up, getting out of bed, saying, I have so much to do today. And then when you said, no, just say, it's going to be a great day. I thought, oh, I could do that.
Yeah. Well, it has to feel real. It has to feel
I know.
true.
You're right. You're right.
Because if we say it's going to be a great day and you're about to be put in prison or something, maybe it's not just,
Right.
but you can say something, I'm learning to do this better or whatever it is. This is an opportunity for me, for growth for me, something like that.
Mhm.
But yes, if we set aside just even 5 minutes for ourselves, me time, time with me and God, or just time reflecting, it'll help our
Even
day.
you with your pet. My mom was
Yeah.
obsessed with her cats. They made her feel positive and comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
You
When we
said
stroke
something.
our pets, it regulates our nervous system.
And see, people with pets, they know they're onto something. They might not even be aware how it really
Yeah.
does affect us. You mentioned something you gave me homework and said, I want you to be aware of positive things that happen with your husband, with anything, and
Mm.
stop and acknowledge. Talk about that.
Yes. So often we're on the lookout for what did my husband do wrong, or what did my wife do wrong, or my kids, or whoever, whoever it is. My boss, could be like, oh, she's out, she's on me again, on my back
Right,
again.
right.
Whereas if we are deliberately on the lookout for things that they've done right, that's just noticing is a big start already. But if we then acknowledge them for it, that's a huge step and it'll really help the relationship. And one of the things when we're praising somebody is we need to be careful to make it pure. In other words, don't come with, well, for the last 30 years you've been doing this, you've been bullying me or whatever it is, and today you got it right. Just give the praise with nothing else,
Okay. Okay.
so
Very
that it
good.
really lands.